This question is asking us to think about an experiment mentioned in the passage and figure out what detail, if true, would have made the experiment less expedient, in other words, slower, and therefore less helpful. To answer this question then, we need to make sure we understand that experiment. The Zimmer experiment is mentioned in the second paragraph and is outlined here in the blue box. In this experiment, Zimmer applied radiation to living cells and was able to change the structure of DNA and RNA. By applying this radiation, Zimmer was able to dramatically alter the traits of the organism. And these changes could be inherited and seen just a generation later. Essentially, this experiment allowed scientists to change DNA and quickly see the effects. Now let's look at our answer choices and see what we can eliminate. Remember, we are looking for an answer that, if true, would have slowed down the experiment. We can quickly mark off choices A, C, and E. These details don't have much to do with the results of the experiment, and if they were true, they would not slow the experiment down. So all three of these choices are incorrect. That leaves us with choices B and D. So which one works best? Choice D is actually the opposite of what we want. Although it may be tempting because radiation exposure was an important part of the experiment, it was also the reason why the experiment worked. The radiation allowed scientists to quickly change the DNA so they could observe the changes in an organism's traits just a generation later. In other words, radiation sped up the process instead of slowing it down. This makes D incorrect. That leaves us with answer choice B. In the experiment, after changing the DNA with radiation, the scientists were able to see the traits change in the next generation of the organism. That's really fast. However, if, like in choice B, it took many generations and many years to be able to see the traits change, that would definitely slow down the experiment and make it less useful. This is a good answer. The correct choice is answer choice B.